Recently, I went on a trip to Arizona. It was pretty nice. It was just kind of desolate, a few rocks here and there. But while boarding on the way to and from, I was really thinking about something. Why don't you just get boarded from the back to front? Like, it makes perfect sense, right? The people waltz on in there and they go to the back and get their stuff done while the other people walk in and do their stuff. Like, that has to be foolproof. But I found out how effing wrong I was. When I got back, I waddled my way into my cave and opened up my computer. I went ahead and typed my query and found to my dismay how stupid, how dumb, and idiotic I was. Basically, American uses a system where they load people from the front to back in groups, which I'm sure you already know how that works. And then there's this other method called the Wilma method, and it's like boarding people from the windows to aisles. Those are the only two I really want to focus on. The others are just kind of mid. Well, I guess the random method is funny. The people just kind of fight over the seats they want. I learned about the Wilma method from Mythbusters, and it was pretty entertaining, but after watching it, I was really thinking, if the Wilma method is so good and so much cooler than my method, why was it not being used? So I did a ton of research. I scoured the World Wide Web, went to places nobody has been, and after 5 minutes of figuring out which article I wanted to click on the first page of the Google search engine, I decided on picking two of them. This one and this one. The first one just kind of told me more about the methods. I don't know, it was just kind of alright. But the second one, it gave me more context as to why American was committing these tragedies. They said, in response to this overbearing question of why they don't use back to front, my super cool and awesome method.
We have looked into that. We've studied it. And while it may seem better to have people go from back to front, what you really want to do is window to aisle. But if you do that, you split up families and things.
This is just kind of mentioning how the back to front method is inferior to the Wilma method, window to aisle. They continue with,
when you do back to front, there's just as much, if not even more in some cases, interaction with our customers getting up and out of the aisles as there is with our process. So what we choose to do instead is tell our frequent flyers, our elite customers, they can board whenever they like, and then we use our normal boarding process.
So basically, from what my little pea brain can extract from this big talk, is that American is trying to make as many people as happy as possible while trying to balance the time it takes to board. And that the difference in boarding back to front and front to back is not a very great one. They also covered how the Wilma method is not viable because of families. Like, for example, picture this. You're this dumb little smelly loser child who's with their mother. And your scrawny, stupid self is like, I don't know, 8 years old or something. Your mother looks at you in disappointment, making it obvious that you ruined her life. But then they start calling out the groups. And the guy says, all window seat passengers. Your mom then looks at you as you look back to her in horror. She is a window seat passenger whilst you are a measly middle seat passenger. So, now, you, being dumb and stinky, have to wait by yourself. But you're like 8, so you start absolutely bawling and crying. And then you slip in your puddle of tears and die. You actually die, no respawning. That's really it. I just wanted to make a small little tiny little teensy little video. So, I mean, I guess I don't blame American for preventing that. Have a great day. Epic viewer.
Wow.